Hello everyone, it's Attacker72 here, and for today, yesterday was the worldwide release of the Sonic Movie 2. I must say, this was definitely worth the wait. I recently saw it yesterday, and there's just a lot I must say about it. This movie, I really want to say, is by far one of the best movies I have seen. But for this video, today I'm going to be doing a bit of a review. I don't really do reviews that much in this channel, but when it comes to this one, I did make a review on the first Sonic movie like a couple years back, and I was preparing myself to review the sequel once it comes out, and like I said, it was definitely worth the wait, and I just have a lot to say about it. However, there are a couple things I want to say. First off, this is only my thoughts and opinions. You can disagree with me all you want. And secondly, throughout the video, on the first half of this video, I will be talking about just some minor, things when it comes to the movie and all, and just talking about just some minor things. Not really spoilerish and all. There could be some spoilers during like the first half, but then the rest of the video, there's gotta be a lot of spoilers. So I highly recommend that if you guys do not want to hear any spoilers, then just get out of the video, watch the movie, and then come back here to see my review, so you can guys see what I truly think about him. But with that, I hope you guys understand, and let's get started with the Sonic the Hedgehog Movie 2 review. Alright, so what do I really think about this movie? I must say, this is by far one of my favorite movies and video game movies of all time, and by far one of the best video game movie adaptations of the decade. I really must say, they went all out with this movie. The first one, I mean, yeah, it was slow. It didn't really have Tails or Knuckles just yet, and but it does show the development between both Tom and Sonic when Sonic was during an Earth, and when the origins of Eggman before he even got into Mushroom Planet and, got his usual look. This movie, the sequel, went all out with everything. They included Tails, which was teased in the very end of the movie, but then there was the appearance of Knuckles, which I must say, was super surprising to see here. I thought he was gonna appear in the third movie, since, if we want to stay true to the chronological timeline of Sonic, like, because we gotta have Sonic 2, have Tails, and then Sonic 3, it'll be, Knuckles. Instead, they decided to put both of them together, and that's what I love about it. And not only that, I love the design with Knuckles and Tails. They stayed very true to the source material. Because the problem when it comes to video game movies adaptations is that it's very difficult to make when it comes to staying true to the source. For example, there were some good movies there were some good video game movies such as Mortal Kombat 11, such as Mortal Kombat, the 2021 version and the 1990s one, and also Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I'm not really too sure about Resident Evil or Doom, but then there are some bad ones such as Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Rampage, and especially the Mario Bros. Movie, the 1990s one, the upcoming Illuminations one, I'm very skeptical of. But my point is that video game movies is not easy to make. This movie, however, really gave it all out. There are so many references in this movie that I just cannot name them all. Like, I mean, I can recognize a few of them, such as the surfboarding scene you can see that, that you saw from the trailers and all. Really a reference to another level that I cannot recall. Then there was the involvement of the Master Emerald, everything, and just so much. And especially Eggman, Jim Carrey's Eggman, still a great actor, love his variation of Eggman, and, everything about it. But what I find more impressive about the Sonic Movie 2, after all, is the marketing and the advertisement of it. The funnest thing when I saw the movie, when it was first announced, because when they first showed up the trailer of the movie, they showed off this very first poster, and I must say, when I first saw the trailer with the reveal of Knuckles and everything else, it was so exciting. But then for the past 3 to 4 months, we've been getting so much advertisement for this movie, and it has been great and, amazing. There's many posters, in my opinion, is one of the, like, the advertisement and the marketing on each poster is just incredible, and shows that how, the people who worked on the movie is showing their dedication and trying to give Sonic a lot of love. And I must say, the posters have been incredible. For example, I love this poster here with, having a bit of puns such as license to quill, ready to kick tail, time to punch in, and then there's even this kind of like, this kind of gives me a bit of a, I don't know, like a wrestling vibe with both Sonic and Tails versus Eggman and Knuckles and all. But then there is this one. I really love this one because this is referenced into the very first poster of the Sonic 2 game, and especially with that reflection of Knuckles round in the number 2. Really, they definitely know how to treat their Sonic fans very well, especially how this really, really stays true to the original. And another thing I want to say is the other posters of characters. Literally, like, they gave Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles their own posters, and especially Dr. Eggman, but even the side characters get their own posters, like Tom and his wife. Even Agent Stone, along with, Tom's wife's sister, and this one dude who I will explain later on. Really, the advertisements, like I said, is incredible. I love it. It's been quite a ride for the past 3 to 4 months. They definitely hyped it off. And yeah, I know there are some fans that are saying that they may overhype this a bit much, but the thing about this is that Sonic 2 is meant to give out a bit of a huge love letter to SEGA and Sonic fans, because, I mean, there's just a lot I have to say about it, and really, it's just incredible to see how this movie was just amazing. However, now with the minor parts out of the way, now I have to get into spoiler territory. So, like I said, if you do not want any spoilers from me whatsoever, just get out of the video, watch the movie, and then you can come back here. But with that, let me go talk about things. So, the thing about them is the fact that, how do I say this? A few weeks ago, so there was an advertisement for the movie about marketable toys and all, and apparently there was one certain part that got leaked, and I tried my best not to get spoiled from that. So I watched the movie, and I can see why fans were trying to avoid anything they got spoiled from that whole toy marketing, and that's the fact that Super Sonic made an appearance. We all knew the Master Emerald was going to be in there, but the 7 Chaos Emeralds making an involvement is really incredible to see. And Super Sonic, they definitely nailed Super Sonic in part, and I want to say it is kind of close enough to see. It is sort of close. Super Sonic is basically the closest thing we'll get to a live action Super Saiyan. But really, Super Sonic, I can see why now, my question is, why exactly would they advertise the toy of Super Sonic right before the movie came out? That is something that I'm not too sure of. And, oh yeah, how can I not forget? The battle between both Sonic and Knuckles in Labyrinth Zone, incredible. So much fights, and a bit of a reference. Kind of reminds me of the Sonic X anime fight, where in that exact fight, we do get to see Sonic and Knuckles both fight each other after he gets tricked into, by Eggman. Because, Knuckles, if you didn't know, in the games, he is shown to be a gullible and goofy character. In the movie and the games, and especially from his first appearance in Sonic 3, Knuckles is more of a threat. And in this one, yeah, definitely a huge threat. He does befriend Sonic, however, in the end, which, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. But, and how can I not forget? The fights with also, the trio, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, now in the big screen. It made me happy. It's great to finally see these three on screen all together, fighting against Robotnik, the giant Death Egg robot. That I must say, the giant robot, I'm very glad Jim Carrey gets to play as, he's still playing as Dr. Robotnik. The one thing I'm worried about is that if Jim Carrey retires, because I saw an article where he did say that not only would he retire the role of Dr. Robotnik, but basically an actor in general. So, if Jim Carrey is gonna retire at some point, I will not blame him. He played a bunch of different movies in the past, and he doesn't tend to do sequels that much. So if Jim Carrey is ever gonna retire, I hope for the best for him, and thank you for making Dr. Eggman in this movie one of the most funniest and best parts about it. And, speaking of funny things, there were some funny moments as well, such as Knuckles, since he is from the Echidna tribe, he does say he doesn't really know much about modern technology, where he reads dot, in the text and all. That made me laugh a lot. And you remember this poster right here that features some guy named Randall? Yeah, apparently Gunn is involved in this. So yeah, remember when Gunn was a thing in the Sonic games? Now they actually make an involvement in this movie, and that one Randall dude is actually an agent. But this does confirm that Gunn is part of the Sonic movie universe, and because we haven't really seen Gunn in the games in quite a while, so it's a nice little touch. But speaking of Gunn, now this is when the big thing happens. Remember when Sonic 3 was announced about a couple months back? Because if you didn't know, like before they teased Sonic 3, Paramount did flat out say that they were already in development about a third Sonic movie, but also a Knuckles show that will be having the return of Idris Elba reprising the role of the character. And this will be coming next year, by the way. Yeah, we knew Sonic 3 was gonna happen. The question was of who was gonna appear in it. And apparently, we got the confirmation, and I was overwhelmed by the reveal, and it was Shadow. My favorite character, Shadow the Hedgehog, is in the third movie, which not only is Gunn gonna be involved in this, but also Shadow in the third movie. I can't tell if he's gonna be a villain or just gonna be the rival character to Sonic, and just like what Knuckles did in the movie. But all I can say is that I'm very happy to finally see my favorite character in a movie adaptation. I wonder what his role could be, and given how I'm surprised I have not seen Metal Sonic or Amy Rose yet, I do hope any of those characters could appear in there. But Shadow for now, yeah, I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see the movie in like the third one in about maybe the next 2 years or so. And I'm very curious to see how well they will do the Knuckles show. I can tell there's going to be a lot of funny moments. And yeah, that's just my review on Sonic Movie 2. I'm sorry for those who stayed in the video and got spoiled by things, but I did warn you a couple of times. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this. What do y'all think of the Sonic Movie 2? Do you guys love it? And do you guys hate it? Because I must say there were a few parts that I did get a bit bored of, such as the wedding, like the wedding side plot, and the side characters. While I do love them, I kind of just think that they can be a bit annoying at times. Like, no hate to the actors or actresses whatsoever. I just kind of think they could have done a bit better. So even though this movie is a bit flawed, this is by far one of the best ever video game movie adaptations to not just video game movies, but also the Sonic franchise as a whole, which gives me more hope for Sonic Frontiers, the third movie, and, to see what Paramount and SEGA does in the future. So, yep, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoy my review, and I'll see you guys next time. Like a Hellcat.